Are you a lawyer or a politician first, or both?
Both. I'm Bansuri Swaraj, the Karyakarta, and I'm definitely Bansuri Swaraj, the lawyer. I love law.
Morning person or late night person?
These days, 24-hour person.
Oh. How do you consume news? Newspapers, TV, or digital media?
Digital media.
Digital.
Phone, of course. I'm a millennial. I'm also addicted to my phone, just like the rest of you.
Your idea of time management?
A very, very strict time schedule.
India or Bharat?
Both. Bharat is my soul. India is just another name for my soul. That's why.
Hello and welcome. You are watching this special broadcast on Oneindia, and this is a brand new show, Know Your MP. But lo and behold, this time around we are not starting with an MP but a candidate. And who else than Bansuri Swaraj from New Delhi constituency, contesting for BJP. Welcome to the show, Bansuri ji.
Thank you very much.
First things first, I mean, it's a pleasure to be here in New Delhi, sitting at your office and knowing you in person. For our viewers, I would say, please tell us the making of Bansuri Swaraj. Where did you start? Because the name itself carries a lot of weight. And knowing the family that you come from, how was it growing in the childhood days, schooling and the college?
Thank you very much for actually having me on your show. My upbringing was very, very normal. So I must have done some major tapasya, some really good karma to be born to parents like Srimati Sushma Swaraj and Mr. Swaraj Kaushal. Only child, so of course, nazo se pali hui hu. And I would say typical Delhi girl, born and raised in Delhi. My schooling is from Vasant Valley School, so a big shout out to my Vasant Valley family. And then for my college, my undergrad is from Warwick University in English Literature. I did my law from BJP Law School. I qualified as a barrister and I was called to the Bar of England and Wales from the Honourable Inn of Inner Temple. And then I did my master's from St. Catherine's College in Oxford. But I was very clear that I never wanted to work abroad. I'm an only child. I wanted to come back to Bharat, work here. And by the grace of God, this is my 17th year in practice. For the last 10 years, I have been running my own chambers. I'm very blessed to have a small team of very formidable youngsters who sort of make us look very good in court. Dihadi ke mazdoor hoon. कोर्ट जाती हूँ और अपनी रोटी कमाती हूँ.
बिल्कुल.
As far as politics is concerned, I would say that my Sangha Ayu is 24 years. I started as a Karyakarta of ABVP during my college days itself. Then sort of for about a decade, I got an opportunity to serve the party and the Sangathan as a lawyer in court. One day I got a call saying that they were expanding the legal cell of Delhi BJP and I was asked to join as the co-convener. And of course, I said, these are my marching orders and I abided by them. Later on, the party promoted me to the role of secretary of Delhi BJP. Of course, they were my marching orders and I adhered to them. And on 2nd of March, I was watching TV just like anybody else with my father. And on national television, I found out that the party has bestowed this responsibility of representing the New Delhi Lok Sabha constituency. And I said, Aapka Adesh Sar Mathe. That's the long and the short of it.
So you got to know through media only.
Absolutely.
This inner party democracy is something that the BJP has time and again proven that is something, it's a code that they abide by. Do you believe that it is an example, being a woman candidate, that sets precedent for the years and generations to come within BJP, especially for you coming from an English literature background, pursuing LLB and then entering public life? Do you believe that it's an example to also inspire others?
The BJP has always harnessed democratic principles within the party, and I'm not the first woman. There have been a long line of these stellar women who have come before me, who have shattered the proverbial glass ceiling.
Sushma ji,
not just, I mean, of course, Sushma Swaraj ji, Nirmala Sitaraman, Smriti Irani, the Vijay, Rajmata Sindhya. I would say the list is endless. But I would definitely see that this time I can, and I'm very honored and humbled that I'm part of the vision of Prime Minister Modi of youth-led development and women-led development.
Right.
There is, of course, an unwavering commitment of ensuring that there is a political empowerment of the Matra Shakti. And that is why the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam was passed, which brings 33% reservation in favor of women in both Vidhan Sabha as well as Parliament.
Right.
But even before this Adhiniyam could became applicable, look at the fact Modi jo kehte hain, wo karte hain. This time he has fielded not one but two women candidates from Delhi, both Kamaljeet Sehrawat ji and myself. And like I said, I'm truly humbled for this opportunity.
So coming to the constituency now, New Delhi constituency has been one of the most prolific constituencies, I would say. The level of understanding of the voters is also very high, and both women and men are equally empowered. To go into that constituency and to tell them, to convince them that what is your plan for the next 5 years, how do you see that coming along?
So first of all, I think when you go into polls, all constituencies are equal. Especially because the New Delhi constituency is like such a beautiful, eclectic mix of entire Bharat.
True.
It has, people from every demography, linguistic backgrounds, economic backgrounds, regional backgrounds. And that is why I would say that this particular seat sort of represents the heart of the country. As far as convincing the people, I must say that there is unwavering faith in Modi ki guarantee. Modi ki guarantee is sari guarantee puri karne ki guarantee. People of Delhi have seen the kind of development work that the Modi government has been doing. And I would say, Pankaj bhai, it's been happening on an unprecedented level.
Right.
I mean, if you see, just now, the Dwarka Gurugram Expressway was inaugurated. Right. 41,000 crores. Yesterday, two sort of metro lines were inaugurated from Lajpat Nagar to Saket and from Indralok to Indraprasth. Similarly, if you see the Redi Patri wala, Samvad that happened at JNL, of course, 11,000 crore rupees have already been passed on as collateral-free loan to under PM Swarnidhi, out of which 5,500 beneficiaries are in Delhi alone.
Right.
When we talk about women sort of being given freedom from a life filled with smoke through Ujjwala gas connections, over 10 crore connections have been given all across India. 252,000 have been given in Delhi, and New Delhi constituency, there are 33,000 beneficiaries.
Right.
So of course, it's a huge number.
Absolutely.
And I think this whole vision of a Vikasit Bharat is something that echoes with every person living in this constituency.
Right. Absolutely. Talking about as hot as this cup of coffee is the issue of CAA also, and you are a lawyer by profession. How do you distinguish this from, say, an administrative move or a political move? Because the opposition is crying brouhaha over this whole issue.
I will borrow your words. The opposition is crying brouhaha.
Yeah.
It's nothing but cacophony.
Okay.
Look, the CAA, first of all, there's been so many misnomers about it, so many misunderstandings. So let's clear a few things. It is not a law that takes away anybody's citizenship.
Okay.
It has zero impact, and I say this with utmost responsibility, zero impact on any Bharatiya living in India, irrespective of their gender, their caste, their religion, their creed. It doesn't matter whether they come from any minority samuday. It does not take away citizenship, it gives citizenship.
Okay.
Now, the CAA gives citizenship to those minority communities from Bangladesh, Afghanistan and Pakistan who have been persecuted on aspect of religion, who have already come into India and are refugees here before 31st of December 2014. This is a promise that was made by our founding fathers and founding mothers, our constitution makers. You know that India was unfortunately partitioned on religious lines. At that time, there was tremendous amount of violence. minorities from our neighboring countries could not travel to India. There was a promise made by the Indian government, stay put, whenever things are better, things are settled, come over, India is your land, your citizenship will be granted.
Right.
And then the Congress did a U-turn on that promise. The Bharatiya Janata Party is only fulfilling that promise. That's one.
Okay.
Second, this is something that has been part of our manifesto always.
Right.
Third, this particular law was already passed in 2019. Because of COVID, there was a delay in bringing rules. Rules are nothing but just an administrative mechanism of how the law will be implemented, nothing else.
Right.
The main power, as you know, flows from the legislation, which has already been passed in 2019. The opposition is just sort of crying foul over nothing.
Right. Okay. Now, taking a cue from how this is the whole episode of CAA is being seen, one faction of the opposition would also claim, and could, if we can look at it as a general perception also, is the attack on secularism. लोग कहने लगे हैं कि नहीं जी सेक्युलरिज्म तो बचा ही नहीं है देश में. इसको लेके किस तरह से नैरेटिव बन रहा है और बीजेपी और खास करके आप इसको किस नजरिए से देखते हैं? हाउ डू यू सी इट?
मैं कह रही हूँ नैरेटिव बन नहीं रहा. हाँ, कुछ चंद लोग बनाने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं,
ट्राइंग टू.
हाँ, लेकिन यह नैरेटिव बनेगा नहीं क्योंकि ये झूठ है.
ओके.
आपको याद है जब रामलला की प्राण प्रतिष्ठा हुई, हमारे आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री ने क्या कहा? राम सबके हैं.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. वेरी फर्स्ट वर्ड्स दैट.
ऑफ कोर्स. राम से राष्ट्र चेतना तक, देव से देश चेतना तक. I'll tell you what, Prime Minister Modi is the Prime Minister of every Bharatiya, irrespective of where she or he comes from, which community they belong to, which caste, which religion they belong to. सूर्य की किरणें सब पर बराबर पड़ती हैं.
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल.
ये जितनी भी जन कल्याणकारी योजनाएं हैं, जितनी भी विकसित भारत की योजनाएं जो लेकर आए हैं प्रधानमंत्री, इसमें ये थोड़ी पूछा जाता है कि आप किस समुदाय से आए हो. जब प्रधानमंत्री जनधन योजना में बैंक अकाउंट खुलते हैं तो सबके खुलते हैं.
बिल्कुल.
जब उज्ज्वला में कनेक्शन बढ़ते हैं तो सबके बढ़ते हैं. जब मुद्रा लोन बढ़ता है तो सबको बढ़ता है.
Irrespective of any.
Secularism in India is absolutely thriving. And I'll give you an example. The very fact that you and I are having this discussion.
Absolutely. I mean, that can't get better than that, I would say.
Freedom of expression is alive.
And approach also, definitely. I mean, gone are the days when the netas, I would say, were something that you can't even, go and meet. But yes, lo and behold.
No, trust me, I'm being grilled by you.
No, I mean, always talking about, once again, 400 ke paar, the narrative, the slogan that has been given. This is a confident BJP that is putting its best foot forward. And I would say candidates like you are the flag bearers. In this quest to get 400 ke par seats, do you believe the responsibilities and expectations would also go up, and the ruling dispensation needs to एक कदम फूंक के रखने वाली बात होगी?
First of all, नारा नहीं है, संकल्प है.
संकल्प है. Okay.
संकल्प
It's a
है.
pledge.
Yeah, it's a pledge. So it's not just a slogan. Okay. अब की बार 400 पार संकल्प है. संकल्प, of course. और संकल्प से सिद्धि तक वो जनता लेकर जाएगी. ये मेरा विश्वास है. रही बात whether the expectation should be high, of course expectations should be high. The bar should always be high. Mediocrity is infectious. One should never have mediocre goals.
Is this a lawyer talking or the politician?
This is Bansuri Swaraj, the human being talking. And I think obviously it will definitely permeate in the way I practice, and probably also the kind of, I would say, karyakarta that I am. I don't like the word politician, and I'm not a neta. I'm a karyakarta.
Okay.
So I'll be very honest. So I'm grateful to the people that the expectation is high. Why not? It should be. But I can assure you that the Modi government is going to deliver on every expectation of yours. Look at the track record. जो कहा वो किया.
बिल्कुल.
Each and everything enunciated in our manifesto has already been fulfilled. Whether it is construction of the Ram temple, whether it is bringing 33% reservation by passing Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam, whether it is abrogation of Article 370, even passing the CAA. Right. Everything which was in our Sankalpa Patra, in our manifesto, the promise has been fulfilled.
That's something that sets the BJP apart because not dragging their feet and हमने सुना होम मिनिस्टर अमित शाह को भी जब उन्होंने कहा कि when there was visible opposition from Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, Delhi on CAA, he said ये वापस नहीं जाएगा, and that confidence was something that he was sticking to his guns, and probably that was the representation of BJP.
Because decisions need to be taken which are good for the nation, even if they are unpopular decisions.
So you're sticking your neck out.
Of course.
It takes a lot
That
for
is exactly what a government needs to do. If I can borrow a legal term, it is almost like you're in a loco parentis role, right? Sometimes decisions need to be taken which are good for the nation. They may not be popular, but that doesn't mean. What the opposition is saying, it's trying to create a misguiding misnomer, sort of like I said, a brouhaha. Those are your words. You were talking about how the efficiency of everything. I want to share one example. On 7th of March, Honorable Minister Smriti Irani ji, somebody that I really admire, went to Delhi University. And on 7th March, there was a demand for a girls' hostel. I'm so proud to say, within just 7 days, like less than a week, on 14th of March, a decision has been taken that a girls' hostel worth 272 crore rupees has already been sanctioned out of the Nirbhaya fund.
Wow.
Ma'am has already done a PC on it, a press conference on it. And this is the speed of Modi government. Modi hai to mumkin hai. 200 crore rupees for construction of the hostel. 72 crore rupees for actually installing CCTVs, and this hostel is going to serve working women as well as female students of Delhi University.
Now this is that time of the show when I take the liberty to look at the mobile screen and ask rapid fire questions to you.
I think I need the caffeine kick before I go into this.
Well,
shoot away.
Yeah, so are you a lawyer or a politician first, or both?
Both. But I'll be honest, I'm not a politician. I'm Bansuri Swaraj, the Bharatiya. I'm Bansuri Swaraj, the Karyakarta. And I'm definitely Bansuri Swaraj, the lawyer. I love law.
Great. Morning person or late night person?
These days, 24-hour person. But ideally, a morning person.
Great. How do you consume news? Newspapers, TV, or digital medium?
Digital media. Yeah. Phone, of course. I'm a millennial. I'm also addicted to my phone, just like the rest of you.
Absolutely. Your idea of time management, very crucial here?
A very, very strict time schedule. I think this comes from my training as a lawyer. Because, the court sits at 10:30, it doesn't sit at 10:31. So, as punctual as possible, and time management in terms of schedule.
Right. Okay. Finally, India or Bharat?
Both.
This is I was just wanted to if you can elaborate on that, because this also.
But it's a rapid fire. How can I elaborate?
One final go.
Bharat is my soul. India is just another name for my soul. That's fine.
Nicely put. Thank you so much, Bansuri.